All right, we're back, YouTube. All right, so just recapping what I was saying, before the break. Again, the three-part equation is asking you shall receive, seeking you shall find, knocking the door will be open unto you. So the ask part, that is your prayer, that's your meditation. You ask and you shall receive. Seek, you got to now do your research and do your pragmatic groundwork.
Put the work in.
Put the work in.
Yeah, always put the work in.
Then you have to. That's mainly research. Just your brain. Before I get into anything, I research it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to knock, and the door shall be open to you. Now you got to get your butt up.
And what do they say? Don't believe everything you hear, and don't believe half of what you read.
Right. So get your butt up and do something.
Yeah.
And then I promise you, family, that success will come unto you. But you have to do those three parts every time.
And it's crazy how it works because the success will always be there. Like, you're not right.
Always. Yeah.
And it's like people will always hammer down themselves like, oh, why can't I do this? Why can't I do that?
Mm-hmm.
And they're asking the wrong questions. Like, you can't ask, why can't I? You should be asking, what should I be doing to get to where I need to be?
Not only that is that just to have like a fourth segue, kind of a surprise segue, because this has been, one of the things that's been on my mind. One of the things that's been on my mind as well is that, and then we can go ahead and wrap up because I want to keep y'all all Friday night, family. Is that
happy Friday, everyone.
Right? Is that people have lack of creativity and want to jump into everybody's lane, and this won't necessarily, you don't have the talent or you're reaching for this to be your lane. You've seen somebody else become successful at it, so you want to in turn think it's easy and think you're going to just hop in this lane.
And a good analogy would be like cars on a highway, right? Like people are going in the fast lane and someone on the far right is trying to hop into it. There will be an accident there. You have to learn how to move that speed.
Well, what I mean by that is that if you learn how to meditate and you go to the ethereal realm, you could then be instructed and you will learn what is your particular purpose. What is your IP address for this particular realm? Mm-hmm. A lot of people waste a lot of time trying to do something that's for somebody else. Mm-hmm. You've seen somebody else make money, so I'm going to just hop in this.
Yeah, those self-help videos, right?
Well, you got everyone. Look at the industries. You got rappers, you got singers, you got somebody back in the days you owned a cell phone place, so you want to own a cell phone place.
Or the CEOs, like, oh, I want to be Steve Jobs or Bill Gates or something.
You have to, the only success is you have to be you. Mm-hmm. Not saying that if your calling is similar to somebody else's calling, that's fine, but it has to be your calling.
Mm-hmm. What makes you happy, right?
Right. So you have to ask, who am I? Not who am somebody else. Or I see somebody else doing something, so I'm going to hop in that lane because it looks easy. No, family. Doesn't work like that. That's part of the reason why you don't have success, because this is not your own. This is somebody else's that you're trying to imitate. You're trying to mimic.
Trying to copy. Right?
You're trying to copy.
Yeah.
You have to get your own creativity. What do I want to create? And I said this on a couple of shows before. Even if there's three things you could create, you could duplicate, or you could create, you could recreate, or you could imitate.
And which one are you going to choose?
Right. So it's one of the three. So you could be original and create. A lot of people say there's nothing new under the sun. All right. Well, let me use alchemy to recreate something else. Mm-hmm. It's like vitamin water. It wasn't quite Gatorade. It wasn't quite water.
Something else.
Something else. So recreate something else. Mm-hmm. Use alchemy to take lead and make it gold. Mm-hmm. Or you can duplicate. And most people try to duplicate.
Yeah, try carbon copy, right?
Right.
What are they trying to do? Why are they trying to copy, right?
Because that's one of the reasons you hadn't dropped the ego and got into yourself.
And there's a big difference between the ego and confidence, right? So the ego is for the material, right? Like what we're the carbon copy, like copy and copy is like, or the jealousy or all the emotions that we don't like.
Right.
Where you gotta let it go, right?
Well, the ego tells you this, that if he could do it or she could do it, I can do it. When if you drop that and you meditate and get into the other realm, you could download information straight from the source, and then in turn will let you know who you are.
what was it? Led Zeppelin wrote "Stairway to Heaven" in like 5 minutes, right?
Right.
Like, what was he doing?
Right. Raising that Kundalini energy. But again, we don't want to get too advanced. But again, meditate and go inside yourself, and you don't necessarily have to hop in somebody else's lane. Create your own lane. And if you're having lack of creativity, that should tell you something. You need to work on yourself more because you're too focused on somebody else. Yep. That means I think they said in the last show, where your energy goes. I mean, where your attention is, that's where your energy will flow. Yep. So if you're paying attention to somebody else's life, and your ego tells, well, I can do it better. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why you're not successful.
And it's so important too. Like the points you're hitting, like you have to do it that way.
Right.
You have to dig deep. Like, what do I want to do? What do I want to create? And then just go out there.
It's a story of my life. I guess I don't know what it's been. I don't know if I've always been a big dude. My weight fluctuates.
I've always been the little guy.
Right. So I don't know. Everybody tries to copy what I do. Mm-hmm. I've always been a trendsetter.
That's good. I've had to learn my way.
Right. I mean, but it's never too late.
Yeah, exactly.
So one of the reasons, damn near everything I touch turned to gold, because I'm not inspired by just myself. I don't look at something somebody else does and try to copy it. Mm-hmm. I actually try to set my own trend. I actually try to be different.
Yeah. You try to steer. You try to create.
Right. If I see somebody else that's successful in that, I congratulate, keep it moving.
Yeah, good job,
Good job.
Keep it
next. That's great for you. I'm not going to try to hop in your lane, and try to beat you out. Yeah. I kind of do what I need to do. So that's one of the things, family. If you want to be successful, copying and trying to get market share is actually tougher, because at that particular point, the person that you're looking at already has their market share. Yeah. So you're already starting from behind.
Yeah, exactly. And I have to emphasize, like, it has to be you. It has to always be you. And it's hard sometimes, like the pop culture and everything, the distractions and things like that. Just stay in your lane, work to build yourself up,
and build your own lane. And then from there you'll see the difference. And we're going to go ahead and end it on that note. We just wanted to pop up quick. And again, we're going to be doing this every week now. Again, it's just been a demand for the Power of Ownership podcast. We wanted to start off every other week, but now it's getting a demand. We're going to do this every week. So just stay tuned, family. Like, subscribe. Click the button. Comment. I welcome all comments. Troll. I try to make myself as troll-proof as possible. We'll see.
Is that the ego again, or what?
I mean, well, the thing is, with troll, the reason why I say troll-proof, because everything I do is from a higher source.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Me too.
Right. So
he's always shy.
Right. And just like with cops, the cops stand sideways, so it's harder to hit their organs. Mm-hmm. So everything I do, I try to do it to where it's bettering not only myself, but better the community. So it's going to be hard to shoot arrows at me. Not saying that you can't. You can.
Mm-hmm. They might bounce off.
But it's going to have to be fabricated. You're going to be reaching.
Yeah, for sure.
So good luck. I mean, so trolls, come on with it. I know that's part of it.
Haters are going to hate, right?
Haters are going to
hate us if they hate us, right?
Right. Well, that's the thing. I try to, even if you are a hater, that energy
is a waste.
Is a waste. Alchemize that energy instead of
positivity.
Instead of trying to comment on my post or trying to hate on me, take that same energy and try to create your own. Mm-hmm. And create your own follower, create your own lane.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Right, exactly. So that's the thing. This is alchemize. Billionaire Loan Officer on all social media, families. Like and subscribe to YouTube. Billionaire Loan Officer on Instagram. Billionaire Loan Officer on YouTube. Put in the Power of Ownership podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, so on and so forth. We're out there. If you want the Patreon will be up soon. Merch will be out real soon. So a lot of people have been asking for merch. That's coming real soon. Just stay tuned, family, and watch us evolve. Watch us grow. If you want a mortgage, if you want to get investment property, I've been getting a lot of people calls with investment properties. Keep them coming. HOCmortgage.com. I will definitely get you taken care of. Actually, after this podcast, I have a couple of work on right now. So investment properties, you want to get that passive income, hocmortgage.com. Get my book. You want to learn how to sell. You want to learn how to increase your living. In fact, this is the thing. I posted something on Instagram, not to keep you out too long, but posted something on Instagram last week, and the new age economy is going to be selling and marketing. You're going to have to learn how to sell.
Yep.
Period. No matter what you're in. So get my book. It's an easy read. Probably could read it in a weekend. Not that many pages, 133 pages, but it's all my 7-step process. So learn how to sell. It's available on Amazon right now. Sales, the nucleus of any profession. Just go to Amazon, type in Brandon B. Dixon, and it'll pop up. Get your copy. It's for you, not just for me. It's helping me build a nation, but it's actually for you to help you create and get to where you need to be as well, by selling and marketing. And that's where the economy's going. Steven, tell them where they can find you on your Facebook and everything.
Yeah, you can find me at Steven Contreras on Facebook. Something easy, simple, you know.
And spell it out for them. So
yeah, STEPHEN space CONTRERAS. And then you can find me on Instagram, Steven_Contreras90. And I just want to say thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Sir.
And shout out to all the Freemasons. Always stay traveling, brothers.
Yes, sir. Stay traveling. Also, family, remember that God is a verb, and the personal responsibility is your only savior. Peace.